Story number 7. It takes bravery to uphold the law, but who will volunteer? If you haven't noticed, there's still a shortage of volunteers on some police forces, some police departments. And when you see the interpretation or the picture being painted, or there's tons of words and analogies I can use of how people view or are starting to view the justice system. Some people look at public figures are starting to even look at them as the enemy, and that's bad, especially when you look at a culture of children growing up. And that's why story number 7 made its way in, because you see a battle between the public and the Justice Department going on every day. And there's a lot of people in the justice system who say that they're innocent. So you see two sides of the coin here, and that's why story number 7 has the ability to, and that's why it's in the top 8, but it has the ability to be a top story, because without public service, without public officials, public health, we even seen a postal worker who lost her life just being on a job because of a shooting. So you see these stories surfacing in, and you have to wonder, you have to look at the side of a person. Some people do their job for money. We even looked at the 9/11 crisis. Some people do their jobs because they have passion to help people and to save people. That's why they have the term heroes. So when you look at, if you look at your hero as an enemy, there may be something psychologically wrong. But what the public is saying is that there are some bad heroes. There are some people inside the justice system who have bad motives or have a different outlook on not only just the people that they're serving, but they have a different view on because of race, skin color, all types of things. So when you look at this story number 7, and the potential it has, the talking points, and you look at some stories that surfaced in, like a Florida smoke shop owner killed during a robbery, and his brother sees the killing on a remote surveillance video. These people have to be brought to justice. And most of the stories that you've seen that made it to the top 8 this week have a lot to do with how people view the justice system. Indonesia is about to pass a law that would criminalize sex outside of marriage. Now, the reason why I say story number 7, it has the ability to create conversation, is because some of the first laws that we ever heard about came from what they call the laws of Moses, which were the 10 Commandments. So you look at this analogy, and you look at how the story, even in biblical sense, can relate to real time now. This is a hot topic, because the law is there, the justice system is there. Who will volunteer is an amazing. Who will be brave enough to take on that uniform, to uphold the law, and to try to make changes within the system is still yet to be determined. There are a lot of people who are inside the criminal justice system who try to take it on, or try to be a social worker or some type of paralegal, do some type of paralegal activity. There are a lot of them who start to lose passion, who start to just lose hope. But there's still a room on the payroll in some inner city communities where there's just not a lot of people volunteering to be a public servant. Woman 89 beaten, robbed of 5 G's in a Manhattan apartment. So you look at stories like this. Georgia homeowner kills 3 teens wearing masks in possible stand your ground case. These are justice matters, and these are issues that are affecting. When you see that newspaper, there was some stories that surfaced in a few weeks ago where I talked about even the education of the Justice Department, how some people are failing to actually be educated. They would rather take the lesser route. So you see how the justice system is structured. Some people just don't waste their time dealing with it because it takes too much out of you. Even when you look at some of the cases, some of the situations where people just say, you know what, I have no choice but to I have to use the law, I have to use the justice system, I have to get a lawyer, I have to do this. So you look at this story and its potential, and the bravery. Anytime you tackle anything that has to deal with justice, and it has to involve bravery, and it has to involve money. And that's why story number 7, we've all been in situations where we felt discriminated against, where we felt abused, where we felt like nobody's being heard, and that's why story number 7 is in the top 2, because it has that ability to push us to the boundaries of a different style of life, a different time, a different cycle, where we have to learn terminology, we have to learn justice rules and how the justice system is structured, and it forces us to be educated in something that many of us choose not to be educated in. Story number 7, definitely a great story, and definitely has the ability to grow. It takes bravery to uphold the law, but who will volunteer, who will be educated, and who will take the time to better their community? Neighborhood watches, getting involved, seeing what's happening, reading the newspaper, staying informed. That's why story number 7 has the ability. You're the Mediator with me, Brian West, where it's my duty every week to give you the top 8 headlines developing news stories. If you want to be a contributor, if you want to help out in any way, doesn't take much. METHOD, the number 8, INC.com, method80.com, where you can buy something, click on something, watch something, read something, or just sponsor a program. Every little bit counts. Constantly reminding you, the viewer, the audience, that I'm just the media, the news journalist, and the people on the front lines deserve all the credit. I just navigate the news just for you, to keep you informed. So if you want to help me out, help out my cause, doesn't take much. METHOD, the number 8, INC.com, method80.com, where you can buy something, click on something, watch something, read something, or just sponsor a program.
Send down your operator.
Have no fear, fellow citizens. The Mediator is here.